Hey there guys, how are you today, and welcome to another episode of F1 2010 Career Mode. Hope you're enjoying the series. Go check out the previous episodes, but now let's go to Marina Bay for the Singapore Grand Prix.
Through the next session.
So as you can see there guys, I'm here. We qualified out of Q1 and P13, meaning we got into Q2. We were pretty comfortable, over a second up on Al-Ghashari in P18. You can see there the Grassi and the Beast Karen Chandler right at the back of the grid, with Hamilton and Button dominating the session. But now, let's go to Q2. Anyway, coming around the final corner of the track to start our fastest lap in qualifying 2. To see if we can get into the top 10 to get into the pole position shootout for Q3. So going through sector 1, nice tight and twisty. It's a street circuit here called Singapore. Two night races on this calendar. Of course the other one being Abu Dhabi, which is kind of a night race, twilight. We go a bit wide there on the entrance to the long back straight, which concludes sector 1 as we're about to come to the split just before the next turn, which is a 90-degree left hand. There are loads of 90-degree corners on the circuit actually. Not brilliant for overtaking, can be a bit challenging, but we have to do our best. Here's another one, a bit sharper, this one more like 110 degree, but never mind. And now coming here, another one, got quite a wide exit here to you want to go as close to the wall as possible. I haven't done it very well here. And now we're coming to the Singapore Sling. Of course, a famous corner in F1, not there anymore. Doesn't go so well, we do hit the wall a bit, we have to rectify that before the race. We are going to have some traffic on this lap in the form of Nico Rosberg in the Mercedes. But he's not going to block us too much, and he goes off the racing line. Very good there by the German driver, can't complain. And we've got the other Mercedes, Schumacher, here as we go braking down here at the end of sector 2 for a right-hander. And now we're coming towards all the very tight and twisty stuff on the circuit. Here, a quick right and left chicane kind of thing. And now we're coming to the coolest part of the circuit, in my opinion, under the hotel. You're about to see a very tight left-hander here, loads of crashes here normally. Under the hotel, past there, and now another chicane before we can go on to the run to the final corner. It's hard to tell in this game how we're doing in comparison to the top 10, but we're P11 at the moment, and we're going to come around the final corner to get a 1 minute 47.985, which is enough for P4.
Session over. 12th on the grid, good result.
But annoyingly guys, it's actually only enough for P12. After everyone else. So now let's go to the Grand Prix. So here we are on the grid, weather on pole. There's our rival Petrov in P10. There we are in P12, and our teammate back in P24 sitting here on the grid. Will we get back into the points in this Grand Prix? Will we beat our teammate? Only one way to find out. And here we go, we get a decent start, getting right behind Petrov, try to get up the inside of him and some other cars going into turn 1. We're going to have a look past Kobayashi as well. Kubica gets past, and so does Schumacher, but we're going to now go up the inside of this corner. And we overtake Schumacher, but Kubica just gets to front of us there and is able to hold his position. But we got up to P9, so we made 3 places there in a very short time. And now we've got to get right behind Robert Kubica going onto this long straight, which is at the end of sector 1. And we have to think we can try to make a bit of a side from it. We don't seem to have brilliant straight line speed, and we're not going to be able to make a move into this corner. And there's a few cars ahead of him as well. There's, I believe, there must be Massa, and there's De La Rosa, and Alonso, of course. So there's loads of cars ahead of him that we can go for. But first we have to go past Kubica. We try to have a look around the outside there, but we just not got the speed to get around there. We don't have the confidence in the car, not on this circuit, because the curves are a pain in the backside on this circuit, that I can assure you, on this game. So okay there on the Singapore Sling, which sounds like a bit like a cocktail, but never mind. And now coming towards the hairpin, good overtaking opportunity, but Kubica covers the inside line, and there's no way else going to be able to brake so late to get around the outside. And again, you can see everyone just seems to get past us or get away from us on the straights, which is not good. Annoying, we can only change the wing 2 times a lap, and I need it to be in the higher downforce for most of these corners, which is why I'm so slow. But he's going defensive here again, and look at Fernando Alonso has had a spin. Thankfully, we don't crash into him, that would have been a bit awkward. But we're now in P8 instead of P9, which is always good. It would have been cool had some other cars crashed into him as well. That would have really helped us, but never mind. And we can now focus on overtaking Kubica to get P7. But Alonso's had a spin, what a disaster for the Ferrari driver. in the Italian car, the Spanish driver. But now we have to just move on with our race. Start later into the race. Now on lap 3, you can see we're still right behind the Renault Robert Kubica. We haven't really been able to make much progress with him, if you're honest. We have been trying to get past, but to no avail, sadly. And this is our in-lap, so we're going to hopefully get an undercut of Robert Kubica. That would be awesome. So we're going to have to see what happens there. But you know, we are going defensive in all these corners. We just don't have the straight line speed to keep up with him to take advantage. I'm going to try to maybe have a look here. We do get a good exit going through here, but there's no way I'm going to dive up the inside here. You know, we're in a good position. There's no point risking damaging the car. I think that's a fair assumption in considering which car I'm in. So yeah, and now we've got to dive into the pit lane. Hard pit entry here actually, very difficult. I find I have to go very slowly. We nearly hit that wall and block Schumacher behind. But now come on boys, you hacked me up in Italy. Now can you do it for me here in Singapore? Please, right tyres. Yes, they put on the right tyres. And they got me out ahead of Schumacher, who's all the way back there. We are in P18 of course after the pit stop, but that doesn't really matter because we are kind of doing an undercut. Petrov has got ahead of us though. He undercut me. He hit him lap 2, so he is going to be pitting again. So it should be okay hopefully. A little bit later on lap 4 we have put up Petrov and stuck in a bit of traffic behind drivers such as Sturtil. And there's going to be some wheel-to-wheel contact here with our actual rival. And I'm really annoyed by that. I don't know whose fault that was, but he did seem to swipe me a little bit. But I think we kind of swiped each other, so that really wasn't ideal. And we're going to stick right behind Petrov now. We want this position back. We touch him again. Really having some real drama now with our actual rival, Vitaly Petrov, in that Renault. I love to drive his car. We go wheel-to-wheel with him, give him another touch up the backside. That didn't sound good, but now we're getting the position going on to lap 5. But he is kind of on our inside, but we're able to outbrake him around the outside and get the position. So now we have to focus on who is it. I believe it's Adrian Sittel ahead of us. He's the next car for us to go and overtake. I don't know whether that's actually going to happen or not, but it would be kind of cool. But yeah, we're doing pretty well. We're ahead of our rival, who's probably going to stop again. So I think we can be pretty content with how this race is going, if I'm honest. We are going to try to get past Sittel ASAP, of course. But I know if I can just be consistent now, I reckon points are going to be on the cards, and points mean prizes, and ideally a new team. Because yeah, that's something I really wanted to scream at. I need to get into a new car if I'm going to win the championship. I think we have established that. Late on lap 5, you can see, as our team radio guy was saying, the engineer was saying, we are right behind Adrian Sittel. Really thinking about overtaking him now, and he goes a bit wide there because he went a bit too defensive, and we're going to get a brilliant exit out of here. And we are actually going to dive up the inside here by the hotel section. And he is right there, but what a fantastic move that was. No damage to either car. Good, compassionate driving from both of us. What a great move that was. And now we're right behind Di Grassi, of course, our teammate. But I think he's going to be pitting at some point soon. I get a thing it showed before he was on the option tyre, but I think he's really on the prime tyre. I think that was some glitch. Otherwise, I have no idea how he would still be out there and still going fairly quickly. And Alonso comes out now, so he somehow jumped us after the spin. And we are now going to go wheel to wheel with the Ferrari driver, Fernando Alonso. We're going to have to break around the outside here. We do go a little bit wide. We can compromise our exit going through here. And he is right on our right hand side there, going wheel to wheel. He has simply got more straight line speed than us, which is super annoying because we don't want that. I'm going to try to dive up the inside there, but it's not close enough. So we're going to have to try again now over here to dive up the inside. And there's a bit of contact, and we understeer, and there's more contact, and we actually spin out. I think that's what it's called, a side pod glitch. We hit a side pod and we spun. Never really had that before. So yeah, that was a bit of a disaster. We lost quite a few places there, but crucially knocked Petrov, our rival. And we've got now Jarno Trulli in the Lotus ahead of us. He should be easy pickings really. You would expect. I'm going to now at the hairpin go diving up the inside. He went defensive, so we just went even more to the inside, and we spin again on exit. He tries to spin us out and he crashes us into the wall. And now he's got past us, Petrov has got past us, and Schumacher has got past us. This is turning into a bit of a disaster here at Singapore Grand Prix. where we go up the inside there of Schumacher and tried Petrov, but we spin out again, another side pod glitch. I think that's what's called a side pod glitch anyway, I guess so. And yeah, that was a bit of, maybe we should be a bit calmer with overtakes, I don't really know. We seem to be really struggling here suddenly on the prime tyre. We were great on the option tyre, I thought. But we're struggling for pace a bit on the prime tyre. We're struggling for consistency. If you get a flag, I'm not sure what's going on. Don't really give a monkey's either. I just want to make positions. And Schumacher's going back in, but Petrov is going to go around the outside of him yet again now. But he gets a better exit this time. We'll try to outbreak him to 10-1, which we do, thankfully, which is always a good start. And it looks like we've got P14 back, and more importantly, ahead of Petrov, which is of course the main target. Continuing through sector 1, you can see Petrov is still right behind us. We get another bad exit going onto here, and that is going to be right up our backside, going down this back straight, and can have much faster straight line speed than me. He's close to the wall as possible to try to defend position, but he's able to get past us. So we try to dive up the inside again, and now we're going wheel to wheel for the third time in the race. And I think they were able to squeeze him out wide and get the P14 back. Moving on now to that line of Singapore Grand Prix, you see our teammate has now pitted. He's actually a good few seconds ahead of us. A bit of a disaster there. We really little issues and little mistakes we've had, like issues when racing other cars. We have lost an awful lot of time in this Grand Prix, and now our teammate Lucas de Grassi is ahead of us. We're going to see at sector 1 what challenge we have to get past him. He's going to be on the option tyres as well, so this could be interesting. What is he going to be? We are 6 seconds behind him, so this is going to be tough. Can we overtake de Grassi? And sadly, the answer is no. I think he actually got past Shander, so this means we're going to be beaten by our teammate Lucas de Grassi, whose normal position is P24, and the beast that is Karen Shander. Yes, we've held P14 and had a good gap to Hulkenberg, but we just haven't had the patience with the tyres. We can come home in P14. Our driver cheers, so we should be happy, but I reckon we could have done a lot better in that Grand Prix. I'm not very happy, if I'm honest.
Good race, well done. I'll see you back at the garage.
And there you go, finishing P14, a long way behind Shandok and de Grassi. So yeah, a bit of rubbish. Drivers like Kubica and Alonso in P7, P8 or whatever. Vettel won the race, as you'd expect, from Hamilton and Button. De Rosa, who we were racing before, in P4. I mean, we could have got a lot of points this weekend. We were beaten by Trulli, de Grassi and Shandok. What a poor performance. Okay, yes, we did beat some good guys, and thankfully we beat our rival Petrov, so it's not a complete disaster. I think that is really important. So maybe we shouldn't be too disappointed. Drivers' Championship, still in P11. Behind Kubica still, be cool to get into the top 10. And ideally overtake Petrov as well. Hopefully we're safe in P11 though. Constructors wise, we're in P6, now ahead of BMW, Sauber and Williams. And Red Bull leader, as you'd expect, huge lead over McLaren. So yeah, welcome. So yeah guys, that was the Singapore Grand Prix. I hope you enjoyed the episode. I didn't like the results, but what can you do? And I'll see you guys as we continue our desire to get into a new team next week in Suzuka for the 2010 Japanese Grand Prix.